I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is April 16th, Tuesday, 2024. Hope you had a good day today. So, Powell made the price move a little bit, but same time, we did not reach that level, and it might not. We do have these two gaps here that are holding as resistance, and I mean, it would make sense for it to come back to 50% or of the range, or at least this next gap. I was trying to hope for some structure above this gap to reach that gap, but it did get kind of close. So but you got to take profit while you can. That's the number one goal in this game. Is, and if you're constantly trying to hold for some, unless you're a swing trader obviously, but anyways, the situation with this is that, do we come back up here, right? Because right now we've came into the imbalance and we've tapped it. I mean, we've sealed it. They could leave this dangling carrot for a while, right? But this space between here and here, right? And then lower objectives. Now we actually have a daily imbalance here, right? So, but that gap is still there. So does this like not return to that gap, and then we come back like long time from now, or not? Obviously that's the major question, right? But the historical data does show a big drop in April, literally on the 15th and 16th, which is where we are now, and then the price pushing up. So I don't know. And if we were to look at all three assets together, look at it. Looks very suspect. Again, we would like for this to be the lower low and then come back up for a lower high. But as you can see here, S&P is pretty far away. We got kind of close to that low, but S&P, well, they already broke that low. So let's look at this low here. No, not that low. Yeah, I don't know, because this is prominent where they tap in. ES didn't tap in, did they? Did they tap into that? They didn't. Ooh, very close though. So I don't know. It's going to be very tricky. I was expecting a bigger response, but Nas did have somewhat of a response. But the question is that's the magic one. But it does look, in this scenario, this could be a leg where it just like rolls right over right here, right? I've seen plenty of bearish markets where this is a possibility, where it just rolls over and then creates liquidity here, has that imbalance. We come down and then we come back up, right? So I gave an example yesterday. I'm not the best drawer in the world, but I was trying to show lower low, lower high, speakering out. So let's go to the chart here, and you'll see yesterday I took a position at the end of the day just in case it did pop up. And then they rated me at in the Asian session. All right, so this is drive 1, this whole area. Drive 2. Right, and then pops up lower high, lower low, drive 3. So like I'm looking at that as the finale. I'm still wanting to come up, right? And we can still be majorly bearish, right? But that was the ticket here for me looking for buys today. So let's start with this. It's going to be just a lot to talk about, but I think I could just show you on a 5-minute or even a 2-minute. See if I can fit most of this in the screen. It's kind of hard. Let me go to 5-minute. All right, so let's look at this. So very ugly price action, but at the same time, this has been one of the best days I've seen as far as money getting offered. I mean, literally, and not going anywhere. I mean, it's a shakeout, right? So you have low, low, high, 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 low, low. You got speakers here, right? So that's all it's really doing. It's a shakeout day. But as you could see here, once they wipe this liquidity out at 6 in the morning, I'm ready at 9:30. I don't care what was there news today? I don't think there was news at 8:30. Let me see. No news at 8:30. Yeah. For a second, I thought we had Powell at 115, but not yeah. Well, whatever. Yeah, Powell at 115. So, anyways, 9:30. It's better on a 1 minute, man. Yeah. Fuck. Let me just do it that way. So here's the thing. I'm picturing this day before. Let me squinch out. Fine. I'm picturing this day to turn out like this because I'm looking at this as a shift. When we took out that low and then we displaced back up like this, above this high and that high and that high, I'm looking at this as a shift, right? And then I'm looking for a retrace back for a higher low. So as you can see, I already got my fib here, but this is basically what I'm saying. I'm looking for this. This is exactly what the fuck I'm looking for, right? Now, well, let's pause it for a second right here because this is where the news comes out at 115. So higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Now, what's going to happen here? Well, obviously the news comes out, so you want to be out of positions, but there was plenty of opportunities in these higher highs and higher lows. So I'm literally picturing this in my mind. This type of structure. Yes, I would have loved it for it to shoot up, but you have to be so flexible to the point where you don't get married to a bias or married to a direction. I know that's kind of sounds counterproductive, but at the same time, depends what kind of trader you are, but you have to be able to take profit. But if you're at least in the idea of any of these moves, I'm gonna count them for you. Watch this. I'm gonna count these moves for you. Look at this. Let's see if I can do this. Here, let me go to 2 minutes. All right. One. No. Forget this. Forget anything before 9:30. Forget anything before 9:30. Look at this. You got to move down. I'm not even gonna count that. Up 1, down 2, up 3, down 4, up 5, down 6, up 7, down 8, up 9, down 10, up 11, down 12. That's 12 moves in the fucking day. Like phenomenal. And the reason why I'm making this a point is that you can remember this day because of the fact that when you get this kind of day like this. Oh, and by the way, we did come down a little bit more from yesterday, right? So I was mentioning that we didn't hit 50% of this imbalance on the 4 hour. Number one. Number two, or for the breakout artist, we didn't hit that low as well, that high right there. And then I also mentioned these 3 down candles. You want to tap into the block, the first one technically, and then especially this level because this is where breakout artists got in as well. So it came a little bit lower. So that was pretty nice, pretty dope. And yeah. So anyways, the point of this is that it's a shakeout day. If it was going to be a big day, great, but you had plenty of opportunities. Me, I caught this from here to here and from here to here, right? Because I'm expecting this movement, but you got to take the profit. Got to take the fucking profit. I mean, these are great moves. These are big moves, and they're still looks like they're still in the same spot, right? But points wise, it's phenomenal. Anyways, from here to here, originally I got my fib, right? And I'm not relying on the fib. I'm just trying to visually show you, but retrace is back down. This is where I get in at 9:30. So 9:30, very small opening range. 9:30, 3 drives down, right? I even take these 2 losses right here because when this drove down and it tapped the midnight open, I was like, oh, perfect. And, we're at least below a 50, and that's my goal. And we have wiped out this liquidity right here. So I took it. And very, again, risk management is tight. Like, even when I get in these entries, my stop loss is, very tight. Let it take me out. I'm okay with that. Second drive down. Okay, so second drive down. That's funny because, anyways. So yeah, second drive down. Now we're underneath the 60. We've got into this imbalance right here, and that's another impulse move I take, right? No problem. Take a loss again. Comes down here, all right? Now we're down here where this is a preferable area, right? More preferable area because this is like a support candle right here. This 6:14 a.m. 1 minute candle. See how we tap right into that? That's a little support block right there. So coupled with this imbalance right here, and more closer to the 79. I don't know why on this time frame it looks like that. I thought it was a 79 exactly. Anyways, but third drive again. It's a 2 minute. I'm never gonna be able to make videos short, am I? That's so weird. So yeah, so that was high, higher low, right? Happen again right here. Higher, oh my god, higher low to higher high, right? Just giving you the idea. This one hit an 88, if I recall, and this I have not seen an 88 in a very long time. Let me tell you, but higher high, higher low. All you need is one of these moves, either going up, coming down, fucking going back up, come back for liquidity. Um, you know, even if you didn't have these fibs, retrace right back, boom, 70, beautiful. Let me delete these so you get the hint. You get the idea. But and then just so then you get a failed high here, right? But the thing is the news was at 115, but by the time Powell was actually talking, it was actually 130. That's all bullshit. So what they do is they used it to wipe down liquidity, all this nice liquidity. So when you get this kind of liquidity, you want to be out of the market, obviously. So what did they do? They came down and wiped that out. That's it. That's all they did. And just so you understand, let me delete these fibs because I don't really need them. I'm just trying to visually give you training your eye. But this was the preface of technically the day. So this 15-minute imbalance right there, plus this candle right here, this last down candle, as you see there, this is that 6:15 a.m. candle. You don't have to put it at the open, just so I can visually show you. But it's sitting in there and digging into that. See that? So nice demand area and buys up. So what does it do? So news comes down, shoots up, then goes for another leg. Because this is what I want to share with you. So just so you know. So just be patient with me for a second. This is how the market ended up looking like. So, and then it might look confusing on a I'll actually show you on this chart on the 15-minute. Watch this. So here, when we're moving up, come back down, another higher high, another higher low. I'm over here on the left side. So 3 drives, 1, 2, 3 with the failed high, and then boom, shoots down. You see that? You can see that, right? So this is how I looked at the market. All right. This is kind of where we are now. So take a look at this. So higher. So let's look at it like this. This is a low. This is the higher high. All 3 drives. Forget all this moving inside and all this fib work I just showed you. From this range, this low to this high, then he brings it down, takes out that low, but this is the real higher low. Okay? And then shoots the fuck up. You see that? Do I need to do it again? So right here is that higher high. And right here is that higher low. And then we make a leg up. And I'll stop it right there. See that? So, I hope that makes sense. So it can still be bullish. right? I'm hoping it's bullish, obviously, but this is the case. So, anyways, you have that structure and multiple opportunities. I mean, fuck, multiple opportunities. And then this is that leg going up, retrace back to the midnight open. I haven't seen this midnight open get used that many times ever. Beautiful, not ever, but just, I'm exaggerating, but beautiful, man. So where do we go from here? I've already mentioned. Let me delete this. But I've already mentioned that I would like for it to come up here, right? Or do they come back one down one more time after this imbalance gets created? And the next day we have probably some news this week. Let me see. And what's tomorrow? Wednesday. Yeah. So shit, no news tomorrow. Probably still be a big mover. And Thursday we got unemployment claims. So I'm looking for Thursday to be really the finale of what we're trying to do. But we'll see how this goes. But you see the top side here. And then as far as the bottom side goes, oh, by the way, we also tapped in that wick of this down candle on the more refined area on a higher time frame. This February 21st, we tapped right into that supply wick, demand wick, I mean, and then kind of came back up. So the question is do we come lower to 50% or take out that low or maybe even this gap? If we're going to kind of leak down, or are we going to have a respectable retrace, get to the buyer's remorse areas at the least? I even like coming back to the current week gap, to be honest with you. And then that would kind of, my ugly drawing that I'm showing you here. So this speakering range here, I know this looks ugly, but this is actually what happened, but it just doesn't look like that. That's actually what I was trying to do. Can you see it? You can see it, right? And then I'm hoping this is the shift to come back up, but I don't know why these gaps are not showing on my 15-minute anymore. One of the gaps is missing on here. It's not showing on here. I don't know what's going on, man. But and then if you take a look at the other assets here, shit. Yeah. So what is this, S&P? Yeah. So I don't know. Do we just continuously leak? And they got here pretty fast, which is another reason why I think we're gonna still be bullish. I know that sounds crazy, but I still think that we're gonna maybe be bullish long term because they got here way too fast, like way too fast. So, we'll see. And then Dow, yeah, we made another. So we made that low, and then we came up and it's a lower high. So, do we get Thursday to push us up? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. This is a very weird spot to be in. But the historical data does show that the middle of April is literally the reverse back up. And we are literally there right now. So I don't know, man. This is gonna be interesting. Gaps there. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, but I mean, gun in my head, I would say it would probably come lower still. If I have to stick with that. But now this oversold area is getting congested. So there is a very high chance. See this low right here? Yes, can it come more oversold? Yes, it can, absolutely. But it's a lot of room to come up in this on this indicator. Again, we don't rely on indicators, but it gives you some idea. And take a look here. I was mentioning this gap. What did we do with dollar? We went right to it. Bam. So another thing why we still might probably come lower is because dollar still looks like they want to come and seal that gap. It's a pretty big gap. Let me zoom out a little bit, but yeah, we tagged it though. So it would make sense for dollar to come up just a little bit more. but we'll see how it goes. And I talk way too much in these videos. Am I missing something here? I'm always missing something. So yeah, when the 930 was here, I was expecting a move down, right, and to tap into this 15-minute imbalance, and that's also why I took that. I took 2 losses right there, trying to catch that. But that's the other reason why I caught it. It was just too. I mean, I have to take that. And then and it was at a 50% as well, below 50%. So that's pretty. So it's a pretty good trade regardless. These both these losses were still good. But the preface was when you wake up or when you're looking at the chart, this gap, this imbalance right here should be here. This imbalance right there is a fucking big eyesore. If your eye doesn't dramatically look to that, then you're not trading, because that's a big imbalance. We have these down candles here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. So you want to think that's going to be support, but look at the body's kind of respecting that. But at the same time, this gap right here, you would expect it to shoot down and then come and take that high. Because look at these highs right here, equal highs right there. Look at the liquidity sitting right there. I mean, that's like a big, like, hello, like this setup here was so fucking easy. I mean, not trying to be rude if you didn't see that, but for me, very, very easy. What's the setup here? Well, you have the shift, and then you have the imbalance, and then you have the equal highs, and that's why I'm fucking trading at 930. I'm not involved in this. Look at this. Imagine you being here. Holy shit, fuck that. Imagine you having positions right here, right? And then it slowly comes down, or whatever, wherever it was. I mean, you don't want to mess up your bias or your ideas because you're sitting here married and lost in one of these crazy trades here, right? Let the 930 play out. You're not missing anything. You have to be up at 6:30. No, you fucking don't. Who cares? Unless you're planning on being done early. That's maybe different, but and I understand this could be the low of the fucking week and constantly go up. Low of the year, even, who knows? I'm just exaggerating, but the setup is this: you have a shift, right? You have a shift above, right? You have the imbalance, you have the equal highs, even better. Didn't even have to have equal highs, but it does. 930's here. You shoot down into that imbalance right there, and you buy up. Where are you taking this buy? You're going right above these equal highs. That in itself was HEs right here if you have 4 contracts. So if you had just one contract, that would have been $2,000 right there. Could have been done for your day. So, all right. Hope this helps. You guys take care and God bless.